I'm joined now by Councillor Sarah Bogle. Now, Sarah, we've had a quick chat and you are an incredibly busy woman and you do many different things, you wear many different hats. So I'm going to let you explain to all of our lovely audience watching online what it is that you do.
Okay, well, my main reason for being here is that I'm the new Cabinet Member for Economic Development at Southampton City Council, which we recently took control in May. And so one of my responsibilities is to lead on Freeports and levelling up as well. And I'm going to be one of the new members of the Freeport Consortium Board. I have other roles as well. I'm a ward councillor like all councillors, and I represent the City Centre ward, Bargate, which covers part of the area that we're actually standing in right now, just next door. And so that's one. I think I'll stop there.
You could go on, but we haven't got enough time. Okay, so I think my first question then is, what are you feeling standing in this room today? Because there is a lot to be excited about, isn't there? A lot of promise, a lot of potential going on in this room.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a very, very large scale and very ambitious programme of work. I mean, there's a lot of assumptions. There's a lot of huge numbers being thrown around. Obviously, you know, as a city councillor, as someone who has lived in the city for many years and wants the city to thrive, I want investment here, and I want the investment for the region as well, because I know we're actually, as a region, still not performing as well as we could. We have really, really big challenges around pockets of deprivation and poverty in the city and in Portsmouth and in other areas. And we have skills challenges, we have education challenges, we have infrastructure challenges. So my hope is that the Freeport can help with some of those challenges, as well as really boost the region in terms of its economic performance. But you know, there's a lot at stake. There's a lot of different stakeholders, and I am also concerned about making sure it's sustainable. And net zero for me is an absolute, non-negotiable. We have to do everything with the green agenda in mind, and also try to truly level up in terms of actually make sure we take people with us, and people in this area and the areas in the whole region really benefit. And it isn't just about, corporate and that's it. It's got to be about people in the area really buying into it as well. So, I'm there for the people as much as for the wider business benefit as well.
It's so good to hear that. And as you say, you have big hopes for all of these ambitions, these big numbers, these big plans being thrown around. Why should the people of the region join you in being hopeful and embrace what's being proposed?
It's a big.
I'm putting you on the spot there, aren't I? It's a big question. Maybe we should be a bit more broad, given.
I think the challenge we have is it's very hard to explain the Freeport. A lot of people have asked me, what is a Freeport? What does it mean? I have a background in industry, and I used to work in import-export and that sort of stuff. So I do vaguely understand the idea of tax sites and custom sites and all that, but it's very technical still. So I think the challenge we've got as a community, and maybe particularly with the business community supporting, is to explain the benefits and then try to start breaking it down to tangibles, because it's very high level still. And if we can say, that means that we're going to get this new development, I think Alistair talked about the A326. Yes, it's a key sort of constraint for the waterside to open up. So, that things specifics like that, or specific employment opportunities or innovation that will then harness, say, the local universities' talents, which I think I have heard something about, but it's still very tentative at this stage. It's still emerging. So, or things like actual companies investing in a specific, who are new to the area. Because the point of the Freeport is we're supposed to get additional investment, not just people moving to sort of benefit from the tax breaks. The idea is that it will only work if we get new types of investment. So hopefully that's going to be things like the jobs of the future, the high tech, which we have got lots of stuff going on here around that area, but we need to grow it, and we need to grow it at scale. And at the moment we don't have yet that at scale. It's still quite early days. So there's all sorts of stuff that it could be, but I think for most people it's not relatable to yet until you've got those specifics, like in my backyard, there's an opportunity I can go for that, or there's skills developments there, or there's infrastructure there, or something like that, or I live in Havant and therefore I'm going to get better opportunities in Danesbury Park, or something like that. I think, it's trying to break it down a bit would be good.
Yes, and that is such a good point, just to figure out what that translates into. And, myself preparing for today, I had to do a lot of research to actually work out what does it mean to have a Freeport and what does that mean for people on a very, as you say, tangible level. So thank you for highlighting that. And I know that a lot of details will have to, be announced and revealed as time goes along. But broadly speaking, a lot of things will be covered today as well, hopefully in lots of the talks that are going to be happening throughout the day. Fingers crossed. We'll see.
I think we're still, in many ways, at principal stage. 25 million of seed funding sounds amazing, but again, I don't know where that's actually going to go and how that's going to work. I mean, I've got many questions myself, and I'm hoping to hopefully add a bit of scrutiny and a certain perspective to the board when I join it. So, I'm looking forward to the challenge and trying to make the best of this opportunity, and I really hope that it comes off in terms of the level of ambition everyone has expressed today. So, I'm optimistic for the area. But yeah, plenty of challenges, and let's just give it a good go,
Absolutely, and it's so good to have a discussion, open it up if people have questions, if people want to keep the conversation going, because it's important to do so. So Sarah, thank you for talking to me today and bringing up some important points. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.